You such a nerd. I see I kill it. Did you see me kill it? I killed it. Oh, they're amenable. Gotta suit up. Suit up for the food up. You know what I'm saying? Hi, chicken. Oh my god, why is it so blurry? Hello. Hi guys, it's Jill, and today I'm looking like a hot mess because I just fed all the horses, and that is not a job I normally do, and also it is really freaking hot in here. But if I turn the fan on, then I have no doubt in my mind that everyone is going to comment saying that the fan sound is very annoying. So I'm just going to roast for the sake of a video. Today we are talking about food for the ponies, because I always get asked what I feed Zoe and Mac, and what they get, what their ration, blah, 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 the whole thing. So I'm gonna walk you guys through making up their feed. So first, I get their buckets. Yeah, This is Macadoodle's bucket. This is Zaz's bucket. We have all of the feed that I have to make up. Woo! I like to do it in the back of this handy-dandy little HEV thing because it preserves my back. So first what we do is we put the grain in there. What grain did I get, you might ask? I will show you. This is the grain that Mac and Zoe get. It is called Bluebonnet's Intensify X Factor. It looks like this, and they're just nice little pellets. And the wonderful thing about this food is it has a relatively low sugar concentration. This is the food label, and you can see right here, it has a pretty low sugar concentration at 3%. We have other feeds here that have a higher sugar concentration, but for Mac and Zoe, who are two ponies that are relatively prone to ulcers and have had them in the past and therefore are more likely to get them again, the lower sugar concentration is better for them because horses' bodies really aren't designed to process sugar, from my understanding, not a nutritionist or a veterinarian. I'll link down below to some articles from a vet where he talks about how to palpate for ulcers and how to analyze your food label and make sure that your horse is getting what they need. And with ulcers, it's really important to note that, you know, horses are designed to graze 24/7, and sometimes with our stalled horses, it can be a bit of a challenge because, you know, we want to bring them in, maybe because it's too hot or for bad weather, but you have to accommodate for that. And if you can't have a ton of hay for your horse, you can hang up a slow feeder hay net. Honestly, especially for horses that have maybe a faster metabolism, feeding just a couple of flakes of hay in the AM and PM and then, you know, their AM and PM grain isn't really enough because their stomach produces acid 24/7. So if it's producing acid all day and it doesn't have anything to break down with that acid, then it starts becoming a problem for the stomach lining, and that's where you get ulcers. So in order to prevent that, you will see several things that are in Zoe and Mac's feed, and we also have a very low sugar concentrate, hi kitty, for that purpose. That is that. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop some of this out. So we use our handy dandy little scoop here. That's one. 2 for Mac, and just a half for Zoe. Yeah, you remember, you can watch my old What Zoe Eats videos, and she gets like 2 full scoops, and now she gets a half. So somebody's happier and healthier now that she's not dealing with ulcers and high stress and all that. She like actually keeps weight, and she's turned into like the easiest keeper out here. She gets the same amount of food as the ponies do. so all of our horses out here get Probios, diatomaceous earth, and salt. So we do some diatomaceous earth in each, a scoop of salt in each, toss in some Probios. So you're probably already like, wow, that is a lot of powder. Just wait, it gets better. So the next few things that I have here from a brand called Horsetech. Horsetech makes supplements for dogs and cats and everything. They just reached out to me and were like, hey, saw you were looking for a supplement to help Mac out with his tail. We'd love to send you stuff. Didn't ask for a promo, nothing like that. And I was like, okay. So I am promoting them because I love that when brands are just like, yeah, I mean, just see if you like it, and if you do, then, I mean, you can say something if you want. Anyway, this is Amaquel. This is one of their products. So what it has in it is wonderful things to help horses prevent ulcers and to help have a healthy stomach lining. So, you know, we feed with alfalfa to help with that, but this also has magnesium, ginger root, slippery elm bark, turmeric root powder. All of that is wonderful for digestion and happy tummies. So the only issue with this one is they have alerted me to the fact that it will stain your clothing. So I'm interested to wash all of my clothes. You are not helping. So it's this little powder right here. I'm just gonna scoop it right into food. Dink. So the next product we have is called the, if you can pronounce that, let me know. I've been calling it Glanzen 3. It may be Glanzen 3. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this letter. This is for hoof coat and attitude. So the ingredients for this product are milled flaxseed, yeast culture, amino acid, biotin, vitamin E, folic acid, calcium carbonate, vitamin B12 supplement. So it's got a lot in there to make the outside look really nice. So we took care of the inside, and now we take care of the outside. Need about a half scoop of that for Miss Zazu. Max, since he's a picky eater, he gets the cherry kind because he's the special boy. So now you may be thinking, wow, Jill, that is a lot of powder. It's not over yet. So next we have flax. It supports healthy skin and coat conditions, got omega-3 fatty acids, helps maintain a healthy immune system. It's literally just ground flaxseed. That's what's listed on the ingredients. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give these guys a scoop of that as well. Rocco is really trying to help me out here. So the very last thing that we have is biotin. It's very large. The ingredients are dehydrated alfalfa meal, wheat middlings, ground limestone, vegetable oil, molasses, biotin, and some big words. So now I'm just gonna give these guys some more of the biotin. So as you guys can probably tell, they get some of the same thing. The products kind of cross over a little bit. It might be overkill, might not be. I don't know. If you're a nutritionist, let me know down below. The goal is to have them on as much naturalness as possible. So we feed them lots of vitamins and the good supplements. Zoe's barefoot now. I really care about her hooves maintaining this nice quality, and Mac is the same. He came off the track, so his hooves are a little poopy. And also his coat and tail could use some work. So that is why all of the flaxseed, the biotin, and the Glanzen 3. And the Amaquel just helps keep everything good in the hood and the stomach so that we don't run into issues with ulcers and colic. So the last thing we do is add aloe vera. Not only does it help coat the inside of their stomach to, again, help with ulcer prevention, but it also helps all of the supplements stick together and stick to the food. So when we dump it, we don't just end up with a ton of supplements at the bottom of the bucket. Just pour a little bit on top there, pour a little bit on top there, and then we stir. So you can see the supplements are pretty much gone and are all clumped together with the grain, and it's not just sitting at the bottom of the bucket. Now we do Max. There we go. So be warned, once more, I am not a veterinarian nor an equine nutritionist, but I have done my best to research what needs to go into the horse's body, and hopefully I'm not overkilling it. I have a feeling that everyone's going to be like, that is a lot. But when you look at it, that's not a lot, right? Okay. That is what Mac and Zoe get to eat. We're trying to keep ulcers far, far away with the supplements. Also with lifestyle changes, we've made a lot of adjustments in order to help keep their stomachs happy, and we treated Mac with UlcerGuard, and Zoe is ulcer clean, and so is Mac. I palpate them regularly to make sure that we are all good to go. That is about it. I think that I've covered everything. Most of this stuff you can either just order on Amazon or you can get at your local feed store, and the aloe vera I get at Walmart for like $6. So just as a tip, also it's helpful to stir your food, because if you put all the feed in and then you put supplements on top, when you dump the bucket, all your supplements are at the bottom of the bucket and they're probably not gonna eat it. But if you put the supplements in first and then the food on top, supplements are likely just gonna get stuck to the bottom of the bucket. So just go ahead and take the extra step to stir and mix everything in. And you can always add something like aloe vera to help the supplements clump up to the food so that you're not just wasting it. Those are my tips. That is what my ponies eat, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting or remotely satisfying, because I like watching people make up feed for some reason. I really enjoy making up feed. It's my favorite part. So anyway, I'm gonna turn the fan on because I'm about to die. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my website, jedicwiththeory.com, for all of the things that you could ever need and more. Maybe one day I'll write a blog post about this. Yeah, social media, Jedic with Theory everywhere. Also be sure to check out the Equine in Theory podcast. Available everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Because I'm cool. Okay, bye!